So why are we still talking about the elements of art and the principles of design? Why is that so important? It's literally what all of our artwork is built upon. You can't have a drawing without using some form of line. You can't make that drawing look three-dimensional without using form. You can't, you have to have value, which is your shading, right? Like those things start to make your artwork look more realistic. It's the same with sculpture. But then also your principles of design are what give your artwork that little touch of something. That little touch of something special that really takes it from a quick little sketch or an idea that you jotted down into a completed work of art. Go back to that house. It's still a house, it has walls, it has a roof, but is it a home yet? Right? So like all those final finishing touches, the plants and the sheetrock and then the light fixtures and the pretty countertops, like those things are what make the house a home. Same thing here. It's the same when you think about even cooking and food. You can make food, you can make a piece of chicken with no spices on it at all. It's still edible, it's still food, that's your element of art. But then when you add your spices to it, maybe give it some broth or some kind of butter or something to make that chicken a little juicier, put it with some shredded lettuce and some onion and cilantro on a tortilla, and then now you've got a chicken taco instead of just chicken. So think about the elements of art are your very practical things to make it. Yes, it is a drawing if it has line, but what makes it a work of art is when you start adding in the principles of design. And I want you to start thinking about how to apply some principles. Now, a lot of it will be used without you thinking about it, but I want you to start thinking about it, and I want you to be able to tell me. Next week, you're going to be put into groups. You should be able to talk in your groups about, okay, I really like the idea of emphasizing this one part of my drawing. So I'm going to concentrate on the principle of design, emphasis. And how do I make this one thing stand out more than anything else in this drawing? Okay, or maybe it's I like balance. You know, how does this look balanced, or is it too heavy on one side? You know, these are the things that I'm gonna expect to see discussed, and I will go into more detail on that next week when I get you into your groups. Okay, but that's why. Why are we continuing to talk about this? Because we're going to be applying it. We're going to be using these ideas to create a finished work of art. And absolutely every single person, whether you think you can draw or not, will be able to do some form of artwork, because you can even do photography, taking pictures with your phone, but you're still thinking about those elements of art and those principles of design. And maybe it's not necessarily that you're creating it with a pencil, but you're finding it in art, in nature. So you take a picture of something, you have found those elements or those principles, and you are capturing that in the frame of the picture. So absolutely everybody will be able to do something for the art show. We'll, again, go more into detail about that, but you can do something, okay? Even folding origami, even like something along those lines, because you could color sections of the paper, and then as you fold it, you've got different colors, an element of art, right? Your principle of design is going to be sort of balance and pattern when you're folding, because the folds create patterns, they create shapes. So tons and tons of options, guys. So I want you to be thinking about this. So tomorrow you're going to do a drawing, quick little drawing. It doesn't have to be this huge thing. Don't spend a lot of time on it, but I want you to think about applying something, and I want you to be able to tell me, and tomorrow I'll give you more about this, but tomorrow when you do your little drawing, I want you to tell me what elements and principles like you were concentrating on, okay? Do your Google form on the next slide. Get that knocked out of the way. That's your one grade for that's one of your grades for this week. Tomorrow will be that quick little drawing. It'll be your second grade, okay? Make sure to stay on top of this, guys. If you let 2 or 3 weeks slide, that is 2 things each week. that you're gonna end up being behind on, and each week we're adding 2 more things, and you'll get too far behind and it'll be way too hard to catch up. Let's not do that. Keep up on top of it. Google Forms take you about 5 minutes and they're participation. So do your best, okay? These drawings, this little drawing that'll be tomorrow, it's not long. It's not gonna take you that long to get it done. So stay on top of your artwork, okay? I know that it's easy to think, oh, it's art and I wanna make sure that I stay on top of my algebra. Yeah, you gotta stay on top of all of your classes, and I know that's very difficult, but you only have 2 things each week to turn in for art, and none of it will take you very long. So try your best to stay on top. If you feel overwhelmed, if you are having a hard time keeping up, email me so that I know what's going on. I can help you, okay? Get your Google form done, and I will see you tomorrow.